Hello class 5, welcome to your online class. Today is the third day of the chapter weight, volume and density. In the last 2 days we have done volume and weight and what is its relation with density. That much we have read, and we have discussed that in some cases more the weight, more the volume, isn't it? But sometimes the reverse also happens in case of cotton, and suppose 1 kg of rice and 1 kg of cotton, you will see though the weight are same but volume wise cotton is more. So the more volume is of cotton. So what is the reason behind it? Because of the material, because it is soft in nature and it is a very light one, and it takes lot of place to occupy, isn't it? So the volume is becoming more if we compare 1 kg rice or potato with 1 kg of cotton. In the next part, we have seen that why something is floating and why some material or some matter is drowning or sinking in the water. What we have seen that the density of the water is 1 kg per liter. So the density, the material which are having more density than the water, means the density of that particular, suppose iron or stone, maybe the density is more than 1 kg per liter, then it is drowning. And when it is less and the weight can be carried by the water, it is floating. Now today we will start with Archimedes principle. You have seen that iron is denser than water. Just now I have told. So a piece of iron sinks in water. Then why does a huge ship made of iron float in the water? It is also made out of iron, isn't it? And it's huge, isn't it? Let us see why this happens. Now see, this chapter is a little bit interesting. We have to hear it. It's a difficult one for you also. So I will show you something. I will display you something, and I think it will be easy for you to understand. Now first let me read this part. Take a piece of wood, drop it in the bucket full of water. The wood will float. Push the wood down into the water with your hand. Do you feel a force that pushing your hand upward? Take your hand off the piece of wood. Does it comes back? This shows that a force acts on the wood in the upward direction when it is pushed inside. So what it is telling? See, I will show you something. First, let me tell what it is explaining. It is telling that if we take a bowl of water and if we dip a piece of wood, we will see that it is floating on the water. And if we put it with a pressure, we will feel a pressure which is coming from the opposite side. Though it is, we are able to drown it or make it sink, but still a pressure from the opposite side is coming. And again, if we remove our hand, what we will see that the piece of wood is again coming up of the water. Today I will show you something. See, I don't have a big bowl and also I don't have a piece of wood, but I will show you. This is a bowl. You can see the water length, the level of the water you can see, and this is a thermocol ball or a cube of thermocol. You can see, I think. Yes. Now, if I take this in place of wood, the same thing will happen. Please observe it. If I keep it here, what you are seeing? See, it is floating on the water, isn't it? I think you can see it. It is floating. It is floating on the water. It is not sinking. If I if I push it down under the water, see, it is going down, isn't it? I think you can see it. It is going down. And when again lifting my hand from it, see, again it is coming up to its original place. See, it is floating. So why this is happening? Due to what is the explanation? Because a force is working from downward, from beneath. When I am removing my hand, it is coming up. When I am pushing it forcefully with my force, with my hand and finger, it is going down. You can see it. Yes, see, it has gone down. And when I am lifting it, again it is coming back to its original place. Now, why? Because there is a force. When I was putting it down, with a force, the same amount of force is coming back from the opposite direction. So when I am lifting or removing my hand from that particular place, it is coming up. So this type of force is called upthrust. This shows that a force acts on the wood or the thermocol ball, as I have told you, in the upward direction when it is pushed into the water. This force is called upthrust or buoyant force. So what is buoyant force? When you push something inside the water which is not drowning or which is not sinking, there is a force we can feel with our hand, and that particular opposite side force is known as upthrust or buoyant force. This upthrust acts on an substance when they are in water. So this force is acting because it is inside the water. The effect of this is that all substance weight less in water. What is the reason behind it? Whatever be the material, when I am putting it down forcefully, it is having its less weight than the original one. Take a brick in your hand, gently dip your hand in the water until entire brick is under the water. Do you feel the brick is now lighter? Now see, I will say that I don't have a brick, but I will take the same bowl, and this is a paperweight, you can see. So this is heavier one, it's means just as a place of brick I have taken. So if I think you can see, if I take it and if I dip it, you will see when it is going down in the water, I am feeling that the paperweight has become less in weight. Okay, so when I am taking it, you do this experiment in your home after my class finishes. You take a stone or take anything heavier which is denser, whose density is more than the water, and it will sink. You take it and put it inside the water. What you will feel? You will feel that the weight of that particular object has become less. What is the reason behind it? Do you feel that the brick is now lighter? So the same thing will happen for brick also. What about a piece of wood? How much does it weigh underwater? So when something is drowning in the water, or either forcefully you are drowning it inside the water, like the piece of wood or the piece of thermocol as I have shown, that is weight. The weight is underwater is 0. So when something forcefully or something automatically is drowning in the water, the weight of it is becoming 0, and that's why when we are drowning it, the paperweight inside the bowl of the water, we were feeling that the paperweight has become lighter than its original form. Okay, once after completion of the class, you must see these two experiments. Once you will take one thermocol ball, one bowl of don't start playing with water. Your mother will scold them that yes, always playing with water. Next day they will complain me. Don't play with it. Just take one piece of thermocol and one piece of heavy paperweight or anything, whatever you have in your home, and take a bowl of water, a transparent bowl, so that it will be easier for you to understand. So when it is drowning in the water, either you are forcefully pushing it down, or it is going down, sinking in the water, the weight of that particular object becomes 0, and that is why it floats on the water. And thus again when it is coming back, it is floating on the water. When you put the brick in water, the level of water in the bucket goes up. Again I will show you. So the water level, I think you can see. In place of brick, when I have taken this paperweight, see, when I am sinking it in the water, please observe it carefully. The water level is increasing slowly. Please see, it has increased. Before it was like this much, and now it is this much. So the water level is going up, going high. Again see, when I am removing it from water, what is happening? The level of water is coming back to its original form, isn't it? I am putting, once again you see, I am putting it inside the water, see, Slowly the level of water is going up, going high. Again I am taking it back, and again it is coming back to its original place, original level, isn't it? Yes. So when you put the brick in the water, the level of water in the bucket goes up. This is because the brick displaces the water to make space for itself. Now see, just a minute. Now see, when in this, please see, when I am putting this one inside the water, why the level of the water is increasing like this? What is the reason behind it? Because the space it is taking inside the bowl, it is removing the water from there, and thus the level of water is increasing. So yes, so if an object sinks in the water, it displaces water equal to its own volume. So when something is being displaced, when we are putting something in the water, it is being displaced from that particular place, and what is happening? The volume of the paperweight is being displaced from the water, and the water increasing its level. If it floats in the water, it displaces less water, and when it is floating on the water, it displaces a less amount of water. See, again I will show you. See, when the bowl is here, I am putting this on it, but see, 95% of the thermocol is above the water level. So a little part or little bit of thermocol is on the water, and thus it is displacing a very less amount of water from it. But when I am taking the paperweight, it is a heavier one, the density of the paperweight is more, and when I am putting it, see, the water level is increasing, and it is displaced as it is drowning fully inside the in the water. So thus what is happening? The level of the water is equally coming up, and same volume of the volume of the paperweight the water is being displaced equal to the volume of the paperweight. I think you have understand what I want to explain. Yes. So, if an object sinks in water, it displaces water equal to its own volume. If it floats in water, it displaces less water. Archimedes was a Greek scientist who studied upthrust and displacement. He found that upthrust is equal to the weight of water displaced by an object. So what is that? See, suppose this is a bowl of water, and the water level primarily was this much. In the next time, this is picture 1. Next, when I have put a piece of paperweight inside it, the water level increases this much. But the upthrust is always there. This is called upthrust, which is pushing it from the opposite side. So the upthrust is same. So here it is telling that the amount of upthrust is equal to the increased volume of water. So what is there? What it is explaining? That this much, suppose in the second picture we can see that the water level has increased this much. So this amount of water is equal to the volume of the upthrust. Volume of the particular object or the paperweight is equal to this water and is equal to the upthrust. So the upthrust is equal to the volume of water displaced. Do you understand what I am telling? The upthrust, the amount of upthrust is equal to the volume of water displaced by this particular object. So the volume of this and the volume of water which is displaced is same. Am I not correct? Once again I will repeat. Suppose this is a bowl of water you have taken, and after that in the second stage you are putting a stone or a pebble or maybe a paperweight in the water. So an upthrust, as I have told, that when something is drowning, if you keep it in your hand, you will feel that something is pushing it back. So that push or force which is coming from the opposite side is its upthrust. Now when the particular paperweight is being drowned inside, the upthrust is coming on, and you will see in the second picture you have seen that the water level has increased that much. If we consider these two bowls are same, if we understand, if we take it as granted that these two bowls are same, so what we will see that the amount of water has increased due to the dipping of the paperweight, and so what we will say that this volume of water has been displaced because this need place to stay, isn't it? So this much volume water is increasing. So what we will say that the upthrust is equal to the volume of the particular object is equal to the volume of the displacement of the water. Because it is displacing that much water, what place or what density it need for staying inside, what volume it need to stay inside. Thus the water level is increasing. So I think you have understand. So Archimedes has told that he found that the upthrust is equal to the weight of the water displaced by an object. So the weight of the water is being displaced by this particular object is equal to the upthrust, and this is what Archimedes has told about the displacing of the water by the particular object. So today we will stop here because it needs more explanation, more wide understanding, so that you understand it clearly, and thus I will stop here. Next day we will continue with the Archimedes principle. Thank you.